Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Recently, I got a very interesting comment from Vaibhav on my YouTube channel where he asked if I can share my work experience and the companies I have worked with in the past and what were the key decisions I made for my career growth. So I really find that comment very interesting. Thank you, Vaibhav, for sharing that comment. So I thought, why not make a video on that? As he also said that it will really help, especially the freshers who or the people who are starting with their data engineering or data analytics journey. So here I am with this new video where I'll talk about my experience working into different companies in data analytics profile. And if my experience can help you, I'll take that as my pleasure. So let's start. I'm a 2008 graduate. I completed my BTech from Computer Science and Engineering in 2008. It was not the best year I shall put for completing the graduation. My campus placement was with Accenture and Wipro at that time, but due to recession, I realized that my joining will be delayed. So after waiting for like 2 3 months, when I didn't get my joining either from Accenture or Wipro, I started looking out for a job. So I was a complete fresher and I was open for all sort of open roles, even testing or anything, right? I was just looking for a job at that time. So first thing I did is I created my Naukri.com profile, and fortunately I did receive few calls via that. So I'm talking about 2008, right? So you have to bear that also in mind. It was a long time back. I did get call from multiple companies and then went ahead with 197 Communications in 2008. So I joined that as an operations engineer. Really liked the work culture there, enjoyed my work. But at the back of my mind, right, I always wanted to join a MNC. In 2008, 197 Communication was not that big company. Like now everybody knows it. It's a parent company of Paytm. But at that time, Paytm was not into existence and it was just 197 Communications, right? So I joined that company as an operation engineer, worked there for 6 7 months. And after that, in 2009, got my joining in Accenture. So I joined Accenture in 2009 as an associate software engineer as per the offer letter which I received during my campus placement. So I joined in 2009 as an associate software engineer, and there was training, general training, which happened during that time. And after that, I was given business intelligence stream. So I don't have any idea, any insight how the folks were divided into different streams. Some got Java, some got testing, some got BI. When I got business intelligence, I did not have much clue what exactly is this, what is BI engineer, what is business intelligence, right? Everybody knew RDBMS, but business intelligence as the keyword was new to me. So, but somebody told me that BI, business engineer, this includes Informatica, Oracle, reporting like business objects, right? So I was like, okay, let me try that. And I really enjoyed the training and really liked it. My initial training was in Informatica and business objects. And after that, I was given a project where I worked in Informatica and Oracle. Then 2010, I got my first promotion in Accenture, and I from associate software engineer I became software engineer, and I was primarily working at that time on Teradata and little bit of data stage. So 2000 year, I learned a lot in last 1 year. Got promoted also, which was a very good feeling. Not everybody got promoted because you have to bear in mind that the industry was still recovering from the recession. So this was not a default promotion that everybody after 1 year will be promoted from ASE to SE in Accenture at that time, right? In year 2011, again I got promotion and I became a senior software engineer. So not many people will get back-to-back promotions in Accenture, right? So you can imagine that with 2 years of experience, I was working there as a senior software engineer. At the same time, in my team also, there were few folks who were like 5 years, 6 years experience, and they were also senior software engineers. But yeah, that being said, I was really a very good performer, and I deliver many projects with zero defect delivery and got good recognition from the client, and I was good at my job. That's all I can say. And that reflected in my career path as well, where I got two promotions in 2 years in Accenture, right? So I became a senior software engineer in year 2011. So in 2012, I continued to work as a senior software engineer in Accenture. Then gradually, I also moved from one city to another. I moved from Bangalore to Gurgaon in year 2012, and I was working for some other project. So I stayed as a senior software engineer in year 2012 in Accenture itself. In year 2013, I made my first switch. So this is my, I'll treat this as my first career switch. I'll not consider moving from 197 communications to Accenture as my first switch, because that was not intentional. It was just on the cards and it happened. But this was my intentional switch where I moved from Accenture to American Express in year 2013. That being said, just want to highlight one more point, that in the past 3 4 years when I was working with Accenture, I was getting good promotions. My salary hikes were also very good, but at the same time I was getting offer also from the outside, like IBM and some other companies also. I got the offer, but I never accepted it and moved ahead. And the reason being was I was happy with whatever the work I was doing and with my career growth in Accenture, right? But in the year 2013, right, I intentionally made this career switch where in Gurgaon I moved from Accenture to American Express, and I joined American Express as a senior developer, and I was working on Teradata at that time. So the main reason for me for moving from Accenture to American Express was I wanted to see the client side. Now, what does I mean by that? I was working as a data engineer in Accenture. The customers generally have access to the entire production data and they have better business understanding also. So I find that that part was missing for me, where I am working for a client for a long time, but due to data security I was not given full privileges to explore the data and understand it, right? So from moving from a service based company to a captive unit was a good opportunity where I'll get more flexibility to understand the data. So that was in my mind when I accepted this offer. And obviously there was the compensation was also in the picture, but it was mostly because of this. I wanted to see what happened on the client side, because my past four experience was completely as a vendor partner. I wanted to see how things happen on the client side as well, right? So when I joined American Express, whatever my goals were for joining the American Express, I think I met those goals. I was working as a client now, where I had vendor partners like Cognizant and TCS working for me. I was given access to almost all the data in the production, and I was encouraged to understand the business so that I can build better solutions. Basically, I was able to meet all my goals, what I thought of before joining American Express. I think that clicked there and it was a good move for me. Then year 2014 also I continued to work as a data engineer. There were a few significant achievements where I was asked to work as a performance lead, where anything which we are putting in the production, I used to review it and make sure that whatever we are putting in production is optimized. So it was a good learning curve for me. Now, the biggest challenge I was facing is I was more inclined towards the technical role. The next role for me after senior developer was the manager. So I did not want to become a people manager where I'm managing Amex FTEs or the vendor partners working for me. I was looking for a role specific to the architect level, right? Or where I'm designing the solutions and I'm proposing the solutions, and more towards the individual contributor, right? That role I was not getting in the American Express. It was more of a senior manager, a sort of technical plus people management role. I was not looking at this point of my career, right? I was not looking to get into people management. I was more focused into the technology thing. Then I thought that okay, I am not growing here in terms of the my aspirations, so I thought of making a move. At that time, I got an opportunity from Royal Bank of Scotland, which is another financial institute, and here I was getting a role of a software designer. It will be a good opportunity to join a team at that point where I may get an opportunity to build a data warehouse from scratch, or maybe build a bank from scratch. In the past 2 years, I did build, along with my technical skills, I did build a lot of financial institute domain knowledge as well. So I thought this will further strengthen it. American Express primarily being into card and payment solutions, I thought moving into a full-fledged bank will open more domain horizons for me, right? So I joined Royal Bank of Scotland in 2015 as a software designer, and I really liked working there. However, in year 2016, that project was scrapped. So the big project for which I spent good 1 year or right of my career, that project eventually got scrapped. I was literally left with not much work. So I was like, my career, I was not sure what will be my career path at that time. And also what I realized in the market, right, for the past 6 7 years I've been a very good data engineer, and primarily I worked in Teradata, and it was very hot in the market at that time. So a lot of opportunities were coming my way for Teradata, And although I have switched like 2 3 companies here, but in the meantime I have got lot of offers from different companies which I did not accept. At the same time, the big data was very hot. Like Teradata was there in the market, but still the big data was a buzzword. Everybody was talking about big data. What is big data? What is Hadoop, right? So at that time, I got an opportunity from Impetus Technologies, which I find a very good company. So I joined from Royal Bank of Scotland. I joined Impetus Technologies in year 2016 as a lead engineer. I was told that I'll be joining that product team, where the team is trying to build some product which can automate this process of converting Teradata jobs into Hive equivalent jobs. That really excited me. So, and also I was getting an opportunity to widen my skills, right, from being a Teradata or Oracle or a typical SQL data engineer to something into big data. So I openly accepted that offer. In 2018 I got promoted, and from lead engineer I became associate technical architect. So that was always my dream, that rather than going into the people management, I wanted to pursue the technical architect field and stick to the individual contributor role. So I that wish was fulfilled here in Impetus. So I was promoted to a associate technical architect, and I really enjoyed working there. A lot of good work, a lot of good projects, a lot of good people around you, and it was a good time, I can say. Then in 2019, I continued to work as a technical architect, and slowly, what I felt is the big data or the Hadoop specifically, the buzzword is gone, and the next buzzword was cloud, the public cloud, right? So in 2019 I continued in Impetus, and slowly, gradually, the focus was moving from Hadoop and big data to the public cloud. So in year 2020, I got an opportunity with AWS, Amazon Web Services, and without any doubt, I accepted their offer because it was obviously one of the best company in the world. And also I will be getting an opportunity to work into AWS cloud, right? So although I did enjoy working with Impetus, nothing was wrong with that, but it was AWS, right? I have to consider this offer. So I went ahead with this offer and I joined AWS as a lead consultant. Really enjoyed working there. Then in 2021, I continued to work as a lead consultant there. And then now in 2022, I have from AWS, I have moved to Amazon, and I'm working as a data engineer here, right? That's about my career journey that started in 2008. From a fresh graduate, BTech in computer science, I joined 197 Communications, stayed there for a few months, 6 7 months, and then joined Accenture Services in 2009, and joined as an associate software engineer. Got two promotions back to back in 2 years, then stayed there for almost 4 years, then joined American Express. The main reason was I wanted to see the client side, because I worked 4 years as a vendor. I wanted to see what happens in the client side, and everybody knows working as a client comes with some privileges. And so I wanted to explore that side. So I joined American Express. Royal Bank of Scotland came up with an opportunity to possibly build a bank from scratch. So I did not want to lose that opportunity, hence made this switch. However, when the project was scrapped, I thought that that possibility was a distant now. So I thought of making a move into a big data world, and Impetus is considered as one of the pioneers in the big data field. So I joined there, spent good time, almost 4 years of my career in Impetus, worked on different projects, a lot of opportunities, and a lot of challenges also, but really enjoyed working there. After that, got an opportunity to work with AWS, and I'm working with Amazon. That's my career journey so far. Hope this helps you how I made the decisions, right? If you really like this video, feel free to drop a like, and if you have any comments for me, there's a comment box below. Please leave your comment. That really helps me. And thanks again, Vaibhav, for your comment, because that's the inspiration for this video. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.